Alright, friends, we're back with Dragonbane in the Misty Valley. And the adventurers have just returned from a raid into the valley where they defeated some bandits and got some loot. And didn't actually get to the adventure site they were looking for because they immediately got overloaded by the loot. That seems to be a theme here. But on the other hand, it's another opportunity for them to do some bartering and get some monies and then head out again. I believe that was the plan. This show is rated R-ish, though we haven't really had any war crimes yet, so I guess that's a good thing. Who is with us today? Feel free to introduce yourself in no particular order. Everybody at once now, so nobody can hear anything. Or not.
I'm Ben. I'm playing Aethwin, a Elvish mariner.
I'm Roger. I'm playing Omvar, Wolfkin Animist.
And I'm Wouter. I play Sir Quinlan Ponsworth, Knight, and he's a duck. Sort of. Yes.
What do you mean?
He can do more than a duck.
He's very much
He can do more than a duck, yes.
He's very much a duck.
I hope the ducks at a pond near you aren't as skilled in the martial arts, because that would be dangerous.
Possibly. Alright, so we are in outskirts. And we're doing some purchasing, aren't we? Or selling first. And I think we know who's gonna be the salesperson here. That is probably going to be Quinlan, isn't it?
While they're doing the trade, so I'm not just standing around, can I go learn more magic from the mystic?
I suppose you can try to do that, yeah. For a price, as it were. He charges, of course, as always. So he is going to charge you. I don't remember how much, but I'll look it up.
Could I do instead pay with stress, just use my magic to tidy up his hermit hut?
No, because you're trying to, unless you want to learn just a magic trick, because trading a magic trick for a spell of any level seems a bit uneven.
Right. I think I already know all his magic tricks anyway.
Yeah. It's gonna be 5 gold coins. No, it's gonna be... He's teaching you for 3 gold coins per shift. Yeah. What are we looking to learn here? We're looking to learn... He has spells. Specifically, he has spells... He has Dispel, Ensnaring Roots, Lightning Bolt, Lightning Flash, Magic Shield, Protector, Purge.
Yeah, I'm thinking Ensnaring Roots will be the best way to go because the other group of adventurers we met very specifically mentioned a very fast frog. So I think something to stop enemies being mobile is a good way to go, especially since the mallard can barely move anyway. That will also help him.
Alright, 3 gold coins. And why don't you roll an intelligence check with a boon? Which should be enough for you to get by. And so it was. Then, when you have a check mark, you can use it for ensnaring roots later on. Meanwhile, we're gonna have 1 mallard rolling bargaining, right? Because you're selling short swords, aren't you?
Selling it all, but not at the shorts.
Yes, that's what we're doing. Roll the dice for the bargaining. That's a success. Good job. All right, Bartering. Price goes down by goes up by 20% for you. So we said, I'm doing the calculations here. You are going
What's
to
the
earn...
mathematics?
Yes, you're gonna earn 6 gold and 3 silver per sword times 4. That's 25 gold and 3 silver. Very nice.
I've got a short sword in my inventory that I think I was just carrying it around. That can also be thrown into the pile, so we get even more.
I think it was 4 in total, wasn't it? So let's see. We had 1, 2, and then it was Ombar had 1 in your inventory.
Actually, it's in my weapons.
Oh,
It's actually equipped.
Yeah. So that's 3. And was it Grody who had the 4th? Oh, he has 3 short swords here. Look at him. That's 1, 2, 3. So that's 6 short swords in total. Wow, that's more than I thought. Gee, 38 gold. Gee. Okay. And there's 5 of you in the group, right? We're gonna get 6 gold and 7 gold and 6 silver each. More shopping here, folks. Okay. Or selling in this case. You guys are getting rich. That's what I'm saying. Quinlan now has 30 gold. And yeah, handsomely paid, all of you. How about the short bows? I know there were a bunch of short bows somewhere. Also, Quinlan, you wanted to get your broadsword repaired, didn't you?
Yes.
Because there is, in fact, an artisan who can do just that.
I'd hope so in a town.
That's gonna cost you, of course. So, where did we have that?
Also barterable, I assume?
Of course it is. Repairing. I need to look this up again, because we haven't actually done any repairs before.
Yeah, imagine just starting a combat engagement and immediately hitting your sword against a tree and just damaging it.
That is a great way to start your career as a questing knight adventurer.
I suppose it's the reason they use axes for woodcutting instead of swords.
Yes, this is true. Absolutely true. Okay, repair.
That's actually one of the ways you can tell if a war has arrived in an ancient society. Because you can hunt with a spear or a bow, you can chop down a tree with an axe, but swords only do one thing. So if you find swords, they've had wars.
Since bows repair is about 5 silver, I would think that smithing repair will be more expensive than that, so how about a gold coin there? Sir Quinlan?
A gold coin, let's see if it can be made a bit cheaper. Please don't.
He has 30 of them, and he can make it a bit cheaper. Yes, it's just 8 silver then. Alright, did we have any short bows left here? We have 1 short bow on Alphelia. I think she's going to just keep that. And then we have... Aethwin has a single short bow. Or maybe it was... Okay.
Yes.
And Grody has no short bows. Did I just think that the short bows were the short swords? Okay, that's fine. I will let that pass this time then. Okay, so we've sold all the things that we wanted to sell. Now, did you want to buy things?
For arrows, it just says I have a quiver. Do we need to not worry about individual arrows?
That's correct. When you're rolling a Bane on your attack roll with a ranged weapon, one of the results for the mishaps is that the quiver is, empty. And you need to buy new arrows. That's a mishap thing.
That would be a mishap, yes.
Yes. Did you want to buy boats? Was that a think we were actually gonna do, or...
Can you put the big map up so we can just strategize here about
Of course.
the best way to do this will be?
The Misty Vale. In all its sleety glory at the moment.
Okay, so if we get boats, that will give us access to a lake with the beastie in it, all the way up to the northwest, including getting into Mirror Lake, and probably some degree of access to the haunted marshes, but I don't know how far we could get a boat into the marshes before it would start bottoming out.
And they're haunted.
And they're haunted. Yeah, you'd get some, as long as you're going in like along the river, that's not a bad access area. And access to the river is, as you say, close enough right there. Next to the farm. Just talk the farmer into not stealing your boat when you need to go somewhere else. Shouldn't be too hard.
I also see this ruin just to the left of town. Looks to be like a one-day thing, like we could just get there, hit it, and get back to town and maybe have more stuff to sell before we start going off on the long-range missions again.
Well...
Not a bad idea. At least it would be quick. How much did a boat cost again, anyway?
Yeah, go ahead.
A canoe is 6 gold, carries 2 people and 10 weight units. A rowing boat is 15 gold, carries 4 people and 50 weight units. And a sailing boat is 40 gold, can carry 6 people and 100 weight units.
I'm gonna
and is
say
also
that
uncommon.
I'm gonna say that sailing boats are not really available here because it's a river and there's just not a whole lot of river traffic yet. People here have rowing boats because that's the only utility they need, because the Misty Vale is not terribly well explored and it's also very dangerous. They just don't venture that far.
Does it even fit under the bridge if you were to have a sailing boat?
That's a very good question.
Can the donkey stand in a rowing boat, assuming it takes up the size of a person? Or would it be like taking up to the size of 2 people?
It would probably take the size of 2 people. You'd still need 2 boats just for the group that you have right now, because you're 5, including Ophelia.
Yeah, it might be best to just keep saving our resources for now.
Maybe.
Save the boat for later. Do we want to do a quick hit on the ruin?
I'm for it.
That would be tomorrow, because it's late in the evening, so you're gonna go out in the next morning and try to find, hit the ruins, as you call it. Okay, let's go. A nice little nap over in the tavern, and that's 1 silver each, of course. Are you deducting yourselves? You can deduct yourselves, right? I'll deduct for growth, obviously. Did you... Oh, speaking of which, field rations. You might need to buy some of those, because you spent a bunch. Does Luro have any field rations left? Nope. He has a whole bunch of quiver of arrows.
I've got a massive pile of field rations.
Oh, you do? Good, good. How massive?
I've got 7.
7. Yeah, that lasts for a day and a bit.
I still have 2 in my inventory.
So that's 9. And then we have some... So you have at least 2 days worth of food. That's not too shabby. Alright then.
Are the goblins edible in the worst circumstance?
I wouldn't recommend it.
There's a real simple way to test that. We're surrounded by a pile of dead enemies. Onvar can just use his cook food magic trick, and whatever cooks is edible.
I'm just asking. It's a bit of a waste of resource to just leave the fresh corpses around and go through rations if they're edible.
That is so gross. That's the grossest idea so far.
If you cook them, it should be safe.
We can still fish and stuff. I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's probably
Fishing
the case.
over goblin steak. Oh, all right, priorities.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway. Oh, the grossness. Well then. We are gonna go to sleep, and in the morning we're gonna go to... So everybody heal up all your trauma, I suppose. Wow, you're just getting the worst weather all the time, aren't you? Heavy snow. This was supposed to be like a spring, isn't it? Even summer. I don't know why you're getting heavy snow in the summer, but here we are. It's a fun weather generator, this. It makes absolutely no sense sometimes. The Misty Vale is indeed misty and cold. Have I repaired everything for... There we go. No. There. He's fine. We're gonna head out to the ruins, aren't we? With our plucky group. We're just about gonna get to the ruin in a single shift. But we are leaving the road, aren't we? And now is an important question to ask about whether or not you're gonna charm those 3 adventurers that you met. Or persuade them to join you or not. If they join you, you'll have to split the loot so many ways.
Yeah, perhaps convince them to rest up after their ordeal, and then we pick them up after we've gone on our little errand here.
That could make sense.
Or
yeah.
the other alternative is we could take them out on this short one-day adventure to see how they work out, and then make the decision whether to keep them once we've done.
Yeah, but what about the loot?
What
How
about
much
it?
how much loot do we currently have already?
Yeah, but more
Plenty.
is always better. Do you see a war horse yet? I don't see a war horse yet.
Right, we'll just go out with what we've got, and this will probably be the time we end up having to fight a bunch of stone golems, and it gets really nasty.
So we're letting them rest up, which is probably not a bad idea. Though they're rested too, so maybe they'll head some other way. Who knows? We are going to need to roll for... Well, let's see here. We're gonna get there in the first shift, and then to the ruins. Yeah, let's roll a pathfinding roll for our good friend for this group, Omvar. Let's go. Heavy snow and cold. It's cold outside today.
And this is bushcraft, right?
Yes, indeed. That succeeds. Also, it's cold, isn't it? Oh. Alright. Let's have a bushcraft roll for every character here. Nobody has a first. You don't have a boon. Oh, this is for making camp. It's fine while you're walking.
No, we've got the tent.
Yeah, but that's when
We've
you're
got-
making camp.
Okay.
Right now we have coldness.
So is there a difference between the sleeping fur and fur clothing?
Yeah, there is a difference between those.
Yeah, I see it now.
Your bushcraft has failed, which means that you will lose a d6 hit points and a d6 willpower points.
Oh, then
Yeah.
I do want to push that roll.
Okay then. Frozen wastes are upon you.
Nope, still failed. All right.
Grody is gonna try his bushcraft, which is absolutely terrible. I'll guess. Oh, he should have used his ill-tempered. Is he gonna be scared? Why not? He's gonna be a bit scared. That didn't help. Okay, 2d6 for Grody's hit points and willpower. And should I roll 2d6 for you as well, Aethrin?
Yes.
Here we go.
Oof.
Oof. 4 and a 5. This is brutality itself. You will now have 4 less hit points and 5 less willpower points. It is cold and terrible out today. Worst day of traveling ever, isn't it? Yeah.
As soon as we get back to base, we're buying some better clothes. I'm just looking at it. Boots, cloak, will protect you against some journey mishaps. Fur gives you a boon for resisting cold.
Yeah. And then we're spending a shift exploring the ruin, aren't we? Did you eat?
I also need the roll.
Yes, you do. Sir Quinlan, how is your bushcraft going? You're all like cold in this chilly atmosphere. Though I will say that once you get inside the shelter of the ruins, you don't actually have to roll because now you're not exposed to.
But for now it hurts.
But for now it hurts, yes. Sir Quinlan, will you roll your bushcraft? How much does it hurt for you?
I already filled the roll earlier.
Then, for now it hurts, Sir Quinlan. But apparently not so much. Only 1 hit point because he's a sturdy mallard. On the other hand, all the willpower points because maybe he's not as strong-minded. Is Sir Quinlan whining a lot about the conditions here?
This is no weather for a duck.
Clearly.
It's probably not helping that he's wearing a metal suit of armor.
Probably not, no. But unexpectedly, Ophelia is absolutely fine.
Of course she is.
Alright, unfortunately your haul from this ruin was not particularly impressive. A measly 11 silver and just a silver ring. Who wants a silver ring?
It's one of those things where whoever puts it on realizes the world's suddenly gone monochrome.
Who knows?
Oh wait, yeah, I'll take care of this. I've got the is it magic trick sense magic?
Yes, it is.
Get letting any freaking cursed rings screw this up any worse than it already is.
Right? There is nothing magic about this very ordinary silver ring, I'm afraid. Which has just made it worse, or did it? I don't know. Possibly? So who wants a silver ring?
Have any in on it or anything? Is there some roll we can do just to figure out if there's anything special about it?
It says here that it weights 1, which seems absolutely hilarious for a ring, but okay.
You know what that's made me think of? The ring they made for Lord of the Rings, the big one, so they could do close-up shots on it that was like this big.
Maybe it was. So it's a hefty silver ring, clearly, but still not worth a whole lot. So who wants to?
I might as well sell it. It's not
Sir
really
Quinlan
worth
is
selling.
getting the silver ring because he can carry stuff. And we have 11 silver coin divided on 5. Okay, who wants? Just adjust your sheets, I guess. I'll give 2 to Grody and Ophelia. While we're out searching, you get attacked by 15 demons that... No, wait. That's not what happens.
Oh,
But
it's
it
a
could
small
have.
number. I'd expected more.
It could have. You never know.
Do I need to take any silver or is it all accounted for?
I haven't added any silver to you, but I'm assuming that you're taking a couple of silver. I haven't added, like, stuff to your inventory there, so. I'm depending on you to add yourselves.
How many coins are already accounted? So you gave 2 to Grody, did you say? So there's 9 left.
Yep.
2 silver, 2 bronze per person if you divide it equally.
This silver is not... You'll have to exchange it in the village, I guess. Oh,
or with it. Technically, if we have enough bronze with us ourselves that we could divide it at one person.
You could. This is true.
And then it just adds up as 2 silver, 2 bronze anyway, except for 1 character.
Anyway, are we heading back? You haven't been... Or are you making camp in the ruin? I don't know. It's gonna be tougher going now because of the heavy snow that's been falling all day, so it's gonna take you 2 shifts to get back.
Don't we have a good weather spell we can use at some point?
Nope.
Please?
I guess that means that we're making camp in the ruin, because 2 shifts to get back and all that. Omvar, make a camp. That is your job, isn't it? OMG. Do you want to push that roll?
Yeah.
Oh dear, we have ourselves a camping mishap.
Not
you
the
have
tent,
all the luck today, don't
no.
you? All the luck. Mishap on a journey. Is it a journey mishap or is it a camping mishap? Let me check that again real quick. Making camp. If it fails, the shift does not count as a sleep, nor can it be used as a shift to camp. To rest. Okay then. You'll need to try to make camp again, apparently. Yeah, we're all miserable out here in the snow. But the good news is... What? No, the terrible news is that it went really cold overnight. Why does it do this?
So another bushcraft.
Yeah.
Oh. I get boom.
Temperatures in the summer. Okay, I'm actually gonna overrule that because it seems really silly. So.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We should get a boon for having the tent. Yeah.
Oh yeah. You should absolutely have a boon for having the tent. Good call. Okay, so you do get a good rest. Everybody's rested and ready to go for back to the village. We just need 2 bushcraft rolls. It's cold again on this new day, but at least it's not snowing. It's just a lot of snow around you. Here we go. And that's the first shift. And on the second shift, we're back in Outskirt again.
Did we have a rest in there that I missed?
Oh, yeah, you should absolutely be rested up.
Okay.
Another evening back in Outskirt Village. Are we paying for food and lodging? In which case you'll have to pay a couple of silver, right? And we're gonna rest up properly in a nice bed. Grody has paid his way. Everybody else can pay a couple of silver too. And it's another nice night at the tavern with all sorts of other people here. And because it's another nice night at the tavern, I have a feeling it's going to mean another chance to pick up some words about the rest of the world at the tavern, no doubt. You've already heard about Fort Malice, haven't you? Apparently people are still talking about it. You're coming in there to the tavern and they're like, how you come back from the evil fort yet? The abandoned fort of the Stone Oaks? Where are all those golden apples? Let us see them. And, I don't know, are we responding to this at all?
We could show them the enormous silver ring.
Okay, yeah. That's not a golden apple. It's supposed to be golden and an apple. That's a miss. 2 for 2. And then the locals will laugh a little bit. That's about as funny as that gets for you this night.
Clearly, it's a hoop to throw golden apples through for the amusement of party guests.
Indeed. We're having another nice little nap, and then it's a new morning again. Who knows why this summer is so cold? I have no idea. Why are you doing this to me, weather generator? Is it because it's like a grassland thing? I don't know, maybe.
Okay, so I guess we can sell the ring, and we definitely should buy the good clothes, so that problem is less likely to happen again.
The ring is worth 6 silver, but Quinlan, of course, is a good person for bartering, and will be able to sell it for slightly more, apparently. 7 silver. Woohoo!
Yeah, can't go wrong with a ring, I think.
So everybody gets another silver in your purse.
Oh.
And then you wanted to buy some furs. To have that.
I'm looking at the list of clothes. We're probably best getting the full set of, unless we already have some of these things, boots, cloak, and fur, which will give us the full protection. And I guess one thing that Quinlan is going to want as soon as possible as well is fine garments, which is also a charisma boost.
Fur will give you a boost, a boon to the resisting cold. It does cost you a gold coin. Quinlan, roll for the bartering again, because otherwise you're out 5 gold. It's an uncommon item, but I'm going to say that they have it here, because clearly.
There we go.
5 gold. So what are your adventures going on here? Buying and selling, mostly? We're trappers, literally. 4 gold times... Yeah, so each of you pay 4 gold for a fur. Who's going to have a fur?
I will definitely pay that. With my bushcraft skill.
Right.
And
Yeah, you're not the only one. Okay, so a fur will be added to, and he's going to equip that, obviously, so it doesn't actually... I guess I'll equip all of you. Have you deducted the 4 gold, everybody, or should I do it for you?
Is that 1 gold each?
No, that's 4 gold each. That's each furs. No, I'm sorry, it's 4 gold in total, of course. Yeah, so that's 8 silver each. I'm an idiot.
Yes, subtracting. There we go.
gun?
I can't math day, clearly. I have given some people furs here. Aethuin needed a fur, right?
Yes.
Oh, I've already added one to you, so I'll delete the other one then. Have I given Sir Quinlan a fur? Clearly not. You need a fur.
Where's the
Sir Quinlan.
fur?
The fur is on you. And Omvar, he has a fur, but he also needs to wear a fur. Okay, we have furs, you guys. We're ready to leave again, aren't we?
Yes.
All right, Misty Vale. Trying to explore the valley. Attempt 2. And we're headed towards the northwest yet again. This time in cold weather, but everybody gets a boon on the check. That's good. And for the first shift, we're going to get ourselves all the way out here, because you're following the road and such, so I'm not going to have you roll the bushcraft for this. By this time, you're used to these surroundings, so that's all good. But I do want that bushcraft roll with a boon to see how cold we all are. Not bluffing, bushcraft. The frozen wastes. Oh, look at that. Ophelia is amazing at this, clearly. And so are some other folks around here, but maybe not everyone. Umvar just absolutely nailed that bushcraft. This is no problem for someone who's lived in the equivalent of Russian Siberia, right? Aethuin becomes angry and passes it, but Sir Quinlan, the Feather Fury, will have to push it too. Grody is nothing if not ill-tempered, so he's gonna get 2 boons on this. While also being angry, of course.
Built again.
Yeah.
Everyone's getting angry here.
Yeah, but he succeeded, so it was worth it. He's like muttering to himself about how this stupid cold is stupid. It's supposed to be summer. Quack it. Is that what mallards say when it gets really cold? Quack it? Or when they get very angry? Yeah.
I imagine a whole city of them doing that.
There are cities in some of the Dragonbane worlds which are absolutely for mallards and half-sized. And yeah, there you can get a nice rum toddy, as it were. Look at that. Let's see now. You can in fact see, as you're moving out of the village and moving, maybe it might be just about like after you've left the city gates and you're headed out on this clear, windy day, gray, windy day. Gray, windy, not clear. It's misty and chilly into the bone, but the furs are certainly helping you. And what you can see coming over the rooftops and the city wall, the town wall, village wall really, is a really large bat coming from the temple area. I would like you to roll an awareness check, y'all. Oh, not Ophelia today. So many awareness checks. Okay, we have successes here. Alright, Aethuin and Umvar will notice that there seems to be something attached to its leg. Ophelia will squint as she looks at it. She apparently doesn't see that, but yeah, she clearly reacts to... She goes for her bow, even though it's well out of range. And yeah, she doesn't seem to like this too much. Any reactions from you guys?
I'm going to do a sense magic on it.
It's well out of range. What's the range of your sense magic?
Oh.
Is there a range to it? I think it's the range for it. Its range is personal. Okay, yeah, no. You can't sense magic on this thing. It's way too far away.
And what's the range on... See about this. The anti-demon and undead stuff. That banish and purge.
Oh, it should say on your spell, Purge has a range of 10 meters.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you have it prepared too, so you don't need to. Because you have a lot of intelligence. Don't need to use your grimoire for that. Ophelia, as she's looking at this thing, that has to be one of these demonic bats. I think they're used for communications between the crypt and outskirt, maybe. Somewhere, I think it came from the temple area. Maybe Rabindranath is the spy for the demon worshippers.
Should we follow it, see where it goes?
Oh, it's way too fast for you. It's flying like a bat. It's going north-ish. Not exactly northwest and not exactly north either. Something like that. Seems to be the direction of the Misty Lake, really. But who can tell? Then, we are leaving the roads behind, Umvar, and we're gonna depend on your bushcrafting skills here. For the afternoon's journey. That succeeded. You are gonna be fine. You're gonna reach the layers of the woods here. Of the Iron Forest, in fact. Yeah. Bushcrafting for cold. With a boon for the fur, of course. It turns out getting angry as a mallard on the whole weather thing was a bad idea. I guess he's gonna be... Because bushcraft is, of course, intelligence-based, and I should have thought about that. That's okay. He's gonna get exhausted, I think. Yeah. As he's trying to not get cold. That failed. Okay. And Sir Quinlan has failed too. Yeah, you're freezing cold right now, aren't you?
Well,
Simply not where feathers are for.
One would think so.
Omvar passed so spectacularly, he should be radiating enough heat for everybody else.
One would hope so. To the outskirts of the forest here. And that was the wrong table to roll on. There, that's the right table to roll on. Not much in the way of luck for you today in finding lootable ruins and such like. But you have at least made some progress today. And did you all eat something at the tavern this morning for a morning meal to cover your food? Because you cover your need of food for today? Because in that case, deduct a silver coin, dang it.
All right.
Wasn't it a silver? I think it was a silver.
That would make sense to eke out
Oh,
our
it's actually
rations.
5 copper for a bowl of stew, so it's even cheaper than that. Grody being miserly will definitely go with the 5 copper. Alright, making camp then again, Mr. Omvar Soul Worker.
Since I just noticed something, does rolling dragon automatically give you the chance to upgrade that skill?
At the end of the session, yes.
Yeah, I wondered why why the arrow had appeared next to bushcraft.
Yeah, when you roll dragons and demons, you get a check mark. So there is a good thing to rolling mishaps, apparently. Will we get making camp bushcraft roll with a boon here to make the camp?
Well, because it's giving me an extra because of my fur anyway, I can just roll it as is and assume that means fur or tent, depending which is relevant.
Absolutely, you can do that. Is anyone keeping watch in the evening here? Who's going to sleep in the evening shift and who's keeping watch in the evening shift? Because someone has to keep watch in the night, right?
I'll keep the watch in the evening shift.
Very well. Who wants to keep watch in the night shift? It cannot be Omvar, because you were doing the camp. Is it gonna be Quinlan, or...
Is that a good idea, is the question.
Your awareness is a 5, and Alphelia's awareness is, by now you know her well enough, a 5. And Grody's awareness is... Oh, look, it's a 7. He actually has the best. But he has a bane because he's angry, so there's that. On the other hand, he can do a rest now and keep watch during the night, and then he actually gets rid of his conditions. I guess he'll sleep.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah. So he'll sleep
can be
now,
a hero.
and then Alphelia keeps watch now? Or was that Aethon gonna keep watch now, or sleep? I don't remember. I was...
So does anybody want to hunt or fish?
So Grody is sleeping now to keep watch during the night, and can he keep watch in the evening here? I'll roll for Alphelia just in case. Okay, she fails. That's sad. So maybe you get ambushed by something horrible. You never know.
Sound a bit too happy about that.
I would never be. Anyone gonna hunt during this evening?
I'll hunt.
And Grody is sleeping. Look at him go. Oh, good work on the hunting. Or fishing, in fact, because you have a river right next here. Or was it? Hunting or fishing?
Let's go with fishing.
Very well. Roll a d4 units of food. Field rations. That Omvar can... Oh, 1. There we go. Omvar, are you going to spend that willpower on cooking?
I'm just thinking, once I've cooked it, how long will it keep? Would it be better to do it in the morning than we've eaten for that day?
It'll keep forever and ever. Field rations do not expire.
All right, yeah, I'll cook it now then.
Very well. 1 willpower point to cook it. Who's going to carry the field ration? Oh, we know who. It's going to be Sir Quinlan. He is the carrier of things, unless otherwise specified.
At least he can survive if he should go missing.
Sir Quinlan, are you sleeping in the evening or night?
The evening.
Very well. Click on the shift rest thing. So you're no longer angry.
Not in an inhibiting way, but...
Still cold this day. And everybody will... so I think it was Grody who's going to keep watch during the night.
We depend on him.
He's trying to, at least. He succeeds. You're not going to get ambushed this night. Isn't that nice? He's walking around the camp in circles. Once, twice. All the night. And everybody else gets a full night's rest without anything bad happening to you. Isn't that nice? Click for your resting. Alright, we have a new day. Dawning, grey and windy, much like last day. Much like yesterday. And Omvar will guide you through the outskirts of the Iron Forest. It seems, I'm going to say that going gets a little bit slower here because of the said forest. It should take you about... What was the fort, you think? What was it, this one or that one? Have you decided yet?
It's a choice between these two.
Northwest, right?
I guess this one is closer. We could start with the closer one.
Which one are we heading for then? Are we heading for this one?
Yeah, I think this is...
The adventurers actually that you met actually told you that this one is the troll spire with the weird toad. If you wanted to go for the golden apples, it's going to be this one.
All right, okay, then let's go for the other one because I don't want to go anywhere near the toad until I've got entangling roots.
Very well. That makes sense. All right, so we're heading up to the other one. And it's gonna
and
be...
then the bushcraft roll I do for this, the fur doesn't count towards it, does it?
Towards what?
This bushcraft roll for not getting lost on this movement.
Oh, so the first one is gonna be regular terrain again, because I did that last time. But after you meet there, it's gonna be a bit tougher to go. It's just a regular bushcraft roll, but we want 2 bushcraft rolls for you. One for orienting yourself in the wild, and another for the cold, which everybody else has to roll too, because we know the routine by now. I heard that one.
Suffering.
Yes,
Suffering.
You're suffering in the cold. Even Alphelia failed this time. Very sad.
Oh, that's
Bluffing?
the wrong button.
That's a bluffing, yeah. You're wrong.
I can't bluff the weather for some
You
reason.
cannot bluff the weather. This is absolutely true. Oh, speaking of
Pretend you're
suffering
not
here.
cold.
Suffering is indeed true.
Darn.
Yeah. Poor Alphelia. Quinlan also is in trouble here. Do you want to push it or not?
Oh, no, it's fine. He'll toughen it up.
What are you whining about, sir? I don't even know. Sir Quinlan loses 1 hit point and 2 willpower points, that's all.
But the indignity, man, the indignity.
That's fair. Aethuin is suffering too in this blistering cold. Oh, are we getting disheartened here? And it still failed! And look at how much damage you're taking, Aethuin. You're just not built for this. I have a feeling that the inner peace thing will come in handy very soon. So, 6 hit points of damage? That's brutal. And 5 willpower points. You are just absolutely... The elf is shivering blue. I want to remind the elf, of course, that with inner peace, you can meditate deeply during a stretch rest, which is 15 minutes, and that allows you to heal an additional d6 hit points and a d6 extra willpower points, and recover from an additional condition. If you just sit down for 15 minutes, you can pretty much repair a lot of this. So, that's a thing you can do as an elf. You have very good healing indeed. But for now, you're continuing on the frozen wastes that apparently the Misty Vale has turned into unexpectedly because of my weather generator. That's an interesting thing.
Ooh.
There we go. So, I guess you're finer now, aren't you?
Slightly, yes.
Slightly.
This is one of those strange things where sitting still and not moving for 15 minutes actually helps you in the extreme cold.
Exactly. So I guess you're not disheartened anymore, are you?
You just froze to the floor and the rest of us had to chip the ice off around you.
He's sitting there and just... that feels much better. How often can you do that? Once every stretch rest? Every shift? And it's a new shift, or will it be? It's still morning here, and we're marching towards the ruins. And yeah, we are skirting through the Iron Forest, aren't we? I would like to have you all roll for an awareness check with the Bane, please. So close.
We're gonna go with sickly this time. Still fail.
Logic of some of these
Umbar
conditions
is
strange.
apparently the only one who succeeds here. Yeah, Aethuin, you're
What?
obviously coughing a lot from the cold, right? That's the case, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, it has to be. You are caught completely unaware as behind you and in front of you, 2 elves just appear by the trail with their bows drawn. Where's our friend? They're shouting. You took her. I know that. Where did you take her? We'll shoot. I warn you.
Eh? Please don't shoot. We didn't take anyone.
Alright, are we gonna try to persuade them, sir?
Yes. Don't want to get shot by crazy elves.
Yes.
Or anything else, really. That's persuasion, right?
Yes, indeed.
Persuasion to persuade. Let's go.
It's a success. But they seem a bit confused. They're lowering their... But you're a knight! Aren't you a knight of... Eladine? I know I saw their crests. They were definitely knights of Eladine.
I am
That mounted
simply a
knight.
knight for myself and the common folk, good sir.
Huh. Huh. They're lowering their bows. Alright then. It's not them. They're looking at each other.
May we be of assistance, perhaps?
Maybe? Our friend. We told you. Her name is Eliel. She was abducted by a mounted knight. We're looking for her. Don't know where they took her.
There'll be tracks nearby. I suppose we have people skilled here with tracking things.
Alphelia is frowning. A knight of Eladine, she says? Why would she abduct one of you? Are you demon worshippers? They are just absolutely shaking their head really hard. Absolutely not. Why would we worship any demons? They will retort.
They're not gonna say so if they were, I think.
That's a fair point.
Random
Yes,
stranger
we
out in
worship-
the snow asks
We
you.
worship demons. It's a good thing, too. I don't know.
They'll improve the weather, they promised.
Exactly.
One soul for one sunny day.
I suppose the elves, they have no idea where Iliel might have been taken. But we will be very happy if you could help her. You can help us find her, because we need to get her out of their clutches.
Okay, Omvar has hunting instincts that just give me an advantage to...
It's an interesting question, isn't it? Hunting instincts will help you with... You can designate a creature in sight, or a creature you can catch the scent of as your prey. That counts as an action in combat. You can follow the scent of your prey for a full day and spend one further willpower point, not an action, to gain a boon for an attack against your prey. Yes, if they can show you where Iliel was abducted, you might just be able to catch scent of the mounted knight in question. You know what? They can do that. Absolutely. I guess you can use your hunting instincts then, which is basically you go to your abilities and you click your hunting instincts and you click yes to spend those 3 willpower points as you're sniffing the ground and pick up a scent.
Well, how do I click on to actually make this?
So on your character sheet, you have on your main tab, you can go down a bit and then you find skills, magic tricks, spells, abilities, and there it says hunting instincts.
Oh, yeah, I was looking in the abilities and spells section.
So it's the main tab. There we have it. Oh, here we go. Definitely the smell of horse and the smell of plate armor and sweat and elf sweat and human sweat. Yeah, it's clear in your mind.
Is there a difference?
There's a huge difference. Elf sweat smells much more foresty.
About doing the sort of dog sniff, and then a grin comes across his face, and he stands up straight. It will be pleasure to hunt those engaged in vile and debased commerce of flesh trade. Let's go.
Alphelia will say the Knights of Eladine are not known to be involved in flesh trade. They must suspect this elf of being a demon worshipper. I don't trust these people. Yeah, she's skeptical, clearly. But now your going will get a little bit tougher because, of course, it is getting rougher terrain. So, Umvar, why don't you roll craft roll to not get lost? I'm going to give you a boon because you have the scent up. It seems like you can definitely... Actually, you don't even have to roll bushcraft. We're just going to lead you along the scent, aren't we? That seems like the thing that's going to happen.
Still tracks in the snow as well, I'd assume.
Yeah, after all that snowing and still the weather is this cold. I'm wondering when the
Almost
summer will
worship a
actually
demon.
come to this forest. We're gonna keep trekking, and I think you're gonna get the 2 elves to go with you. Because they want to find their friend, don't they? So now we have a huge following, don't we? We're gonna split that loot, aren't we?
How does one split a horse evenly?
That is the challenge, isn't it?
With a big knife, probably.
Yes, that is how you do that. Look, here's one of the elves. And here's the other one. Alright, so we are traveling, and we need to roll your bushcraft yet again for all the coldness. Why the woe and all? I don't understand. Aren't you a well-equipped mallard?
I'll
Steely
just
resolve?
suffer. I'll just suffer again.
You'll just suffer. And so apparently will Ophelia. But will Grody? Yep, him too. You're all suffering. Alright, Quinlan. You're suffering this time. Almost for real.
Ouch.
Yeah. You're shivering into your very skin. And bones, possibly, too. Your hollow mallard bones. Though you can't fly, so maybe your bones aren't actually hollow. Ophelia, she's gonna really shiver. This is so cold. And who else was it? Grody. Grody the Mudman, who is not gonna use ill-tempered on a bushcraft roll again, because that was a stupid idea. He is so cold. And it has affected his mental state too. But at least you've made it so far today. And you're all the way to evening of this day. And through the Misty Vale. And you are, what are you, like 1 day away from your goal here? I think it might be, yeah, it's more like 2 days probably. Because, yeah, lots of forest and rough terrain. Alright then, my friends. We're gonna roll bushcraft to set up camp, aren't we? Because I don't think anyone wants to stay out in the cold more than necessary, right?
Correct.
That succeeded. Good thing. Who's doing what this evening? You have a lot of people to keep watch this time. 2 elves. I think Grody wants to go to sleep right away because it's cold and miserable. So who wants to do other things during this evening?
If you want to hunt or fish again, I can cook it again, and then we'll just sleep it off, the effect, so it essentially becomes free.
Yeah, I'll do hunting again.
Alright, I guess the elves will keep watch for you. As well as they can. Which is pretty well, actually. Really? They have excellent awareness and fail anyway. Great.
I did have a successful hunting roll in there.
That's a good thing.
What do I roll for the rations?
A D4, please.
Okay. Hey, 3. Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Okay.
There you go. 3 more rations. That we obviously pile on top of Sir Quinlan because he carries everything even more than Luro does.
Yeah, what did we buy him for anyway?
Also, you've spent a day in the wild, so we're gonna have to spend 5 rations, aren't we? So, 4 rations, because Ophelia has her own. So I guess I'm just gonna spend 3 out of that inventory immediately.
Oh, the pain.
There. Okay. logistical suffering. But you've had your food, you know, all that thing, so... And I guess it's time for some people to go to bed and sleep properly, while Grody, who has slept during the evening, can keep watch. And I think maybe Ophelia slept during the evening too, to regain all her hit points and willpower points, because she was in a miserable state. And so Ophelia and Grody can take a watch while everybody else is sleeping. If you want to do it that way, up to you guys.
Sounds good, yeah. Would the elves trust us and just go to sleep without one of them keeping watch, though, you think?
One of them can keep watch while the other was sleeping. Yeah.
Because they don't really know us.
They
It would be
don't
weird,
know you
if they...
completely. So one was keeping watch in one shift and the other was keeping watch the other shift. That makes sense to me.
Could have just sacrificed them to a demon for all they know.
They don't want to get sacrificed. They have absolutely no such inclinations. Maybe you're all demon worshippers. Or you have two knights in the group and maybe you're actually playing them for fools yet again. Who knows?
Would be funny if it were the case, but...
Alas and alack. You know what? We are in fact in the forest now. Look at that. Moderate snowfall in the Misty Valley, and slightly warmer than yesterday.
Oh, finally.
I guess I'll have you do a bushcraft roll for the entire day, because it's slightly warmer. It's not that cold. -7 degrees Celsius is not very cold, said the Canadian.
That's as cold as it can get at the worst point here, man. And even then, it's usually not that cold.
-7 is almost nothing. It's just 20 degrees
No!
Fahrenheit. 20 degrees Fahrenheit is nice and warm. It's almost flip-flop weather. Not quite, but I know of Canadians who wear shorts in such weathers.
Crazy. Must be the maple syrup.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah, this is the one that Onvar fails at when he starts getting too warm.
Filled it with 2 demons. Great.
Wait, you rolled with 2 demons?
Yes.
2 demons?
Yes.
How? Wow.
I don't know.
You are so blisteringly cold. It is terrifyingly cold for you, clearly.
These are the demons that have been referred to. They're tormenting me, it seems.
Yes, they are. Look at Grody, who succeeded.
What a hero.
Sir Quinlan, you were rested and warm after, like that, when you woke up. And then you got really cold and miserable. But that's going to be during the entire day, so at least that's not the biggest issue, is it?
An entire day of suffering instead of just a couple of hours. Excellent.
Right. You were suffering yesterday all day too, but not...
Oh, wait, then it's fine. Then it's fine.
Yeah, you're suffering less today because you only have to do one of these rolls. So, all right, let's move on here, and because once more, his sense of smell will not fail you. I'm just gonna move you like that far for this shift because I moved you a little bit further last time, and we're moving here, aren't we? You know what? You will hear some chanting coming from a gloomy glade.
That's never a good sign.
What are we doing about this, folks?
Investigate, right?
Yeah, you'll be able to see, as you're moving closer, some hooded figures. Half a dozen or so, in black hoods. They have burning torches in their hands. Even...
Cold?
It's cold, you can understand them, right? They're singing in some kind of weird language you've never heard before. Feel free to roll languages to interpret this strange language. Well then, Omvar knows the language, but Sir Quinlan and Aethuin really do not. Grody also hears clearly what this is. It's an ancient language, says Grody, and Omvar recognizes it as such too. It definitely is. But you can translate it. The words, Omvar, the words are these. I have sent you a whisper there. Will you share this? It's in the Foundry chat.
Yeah, and Omvar says, the singer's Sathmog, their three-tongued master.
Alphelia's eyes open wide. We must destroy them. They're demon worshippers. Sathmog is a demon prince.
That's way too many tongues for them to be allowed to worship him.
Are we gonna watch them, or are we gonna attack them? What's the plan?
I prefer to get as close as possible before charging them, given my speed.
This is true. This is a good point. Are we gonna sneak? Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, try and get into the range of all our best weapons if we can. I'll get into. Well, yeah, considering how long my bow range is, that could be stood a massive distance away, but we'll see how close.
Very
a tank
well.
can get.
So let's have a look at this, shall we? First of all, grid. It's gonna be 2 meters. There. Because it defaults to D&D grids. Second of all, I don't think you can see a thing at the moment, can you?
No!
No! Third of all, let's put down some cultists here. Because
Yeah, I love putting them down. That's the point, isn't it? To put them down.
exactly.
Like cultists.
Because they are. Incidentally, they're probably standing in the shape of a pentagram. You didn't see that one coming, did you?
Why is it never a funny sign? It's always a pentagram.
Yep.
Why not
Has
a
to be.
banana?
I couldn't tell you. Alright, let's see. We have Aethuin.
Although if they had all been stood in the shape of a rhombus, that'd have been really freaky.
Why, though? Quinlan, and then we have the 2 elves who are actually with you.
What if they are demon worshippers and just shoot
What
us in the back?
What if they're demon worshippers?
But they're not wearing black robes or holding torches.
They are not. All this is true. Alright, so you want to sneak closer, do you, while they're chanting? Why don't you roll a sneaking check? For those of you who want to move. I'm not sure everybody wants to move, because the distance here is definitely not out of bow range. Sir Quinlan, roll your sneak.
He's so bad at sneaking though, and the armor doesn't help.
The armor really doesn't help, does it? You know what? That failed miserably, didn't it?
Yes, it did fail.
Yep. Who else is trying to sneak here? Oh, Aethuin succeeds. Omvar is trying to sneak too. No, that was Aethuin. Okay. How far ahead do you want to get here, Aethuin? I'm going to put you behind the tree, maybe? That seems reasonable.
Yeah, I think that's good.
And Sir Quinlan just steps on a branch and everything goes crack. So,
Stumble out of the woods here.
yeah. Ambush failed. This is a group sneak check, by the way. When you do group sneaking, I believe it's the person with the worst sneak who rolls it. Group sneaking. Each person makes a separate roll. If one of you fail, the whole group is detected. Yeah, okay, you're all detected now. Too bad. Initiative! We're going into it. Here we go. No, the tree doesn't get an initiative. It keys up as a person for some reason. I don't know why. Okay.
Maybe it is.
Go to your Cursed Swords tab and click on... Sir Quinlan has already done. And click on your initiative. Because
remember
we're
this.
at it now. Yeah. Umvar. Okay, Aethwin needs to get an initiative card too.
Yeah. Where is it?
Crossed Swords tab.
Oh, okay. Now I see it. Yeah.
And then you draw the card there. On the button
It
that is
says
shaped
not
like...
enough cards in the initiative deck.
Okay, let's fix that then. Reset initiative. Reset initiative deck. There we go. Done.
User,
Sorry about that.
User Ben lacks permission. Oh, there we go. Now let me.
Okay. Okay, I'll have to have you draw new initiatives there, Umvar and Sir Quinlan. Very sorry about that.
Heresy.
Yeah, heresy and villainy.
This is much worse.
Not for Sir Quinlan, it isn't. All right. Yeah. Speaking of heresy, these 5 people with the black robes scream heresy at you guys.
Oh.
Yeah. They have daggers. They will pull them out, scream, and run at you. So.
Oh, that's convenient.
And I guess, you know, they are fanatical, but maybe not entirely suicidal. So 5 squares.
Oh. See.
Yeah, wasn't it though? There, but not gonna get any closer because want to be able to evade. Sir Quinlan, are you going to run?
Yes.
Okay, are we dashing or just waddling forth? Because if you dash, you actually get your double movement, but no actions left, so you can't parry or evade or anything.
I'll just move.
Regular move. 1, 2, 3 squares. Here comes Sir
Face
Quinlan.
me, coward.
He is charging. He is lethal if you get within arm's length. But if you don't, he's absolutely harmless. I think they've picked up on that now. They don't want to fight you. They want to fight. They don't want to fight the knights at all. They want to fight everyone who isn't a knight. So, Aethwin and Umvar and all the other people. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that actually enough? Yes, it is. Can attack Aethwin. No, can't. Aethwin is 1 step away. Very sadly. So close, but not close enough. Ophelia is here to slay the worshippers of Sathmog. Die! Heretics and evildoers. She obviously do not like worshippers of Sathmog. And she rushes forward here with her sword and will attack... No, not her sword. Her hammer. Her star. And will attack this worshipper. And... Oh, look at that! Okay. Double weapon damage. Boom.
Wow.
21 points of damage on this guy. His head is just absolutely caved in. There's blood everywhere. Brains splatters across the snow. The pristine snow that was so white is no longer pristine. Yeah. That is one very dead cultist. Okay, Orifin gets to shoot someone. And will do so with a bow. Apparently, these elves are in fact not demon worshippers because they're not siding with them, right? Or is it just a clever ruse? Well, that's a hit. The cultist will definitely try to evade. And succeeds. The arrow just whistles by. Aethuin, your turn. You want to shoot the cultist, maybe?
Yep, I think so. Target. Short bow.
That's a hit. This is why I saved the evade check. The cultist succeeded with the evade. No, didn't.
No,
failed
just
with the
failed.
evade. That was a terrible roll. Ah! 6 points of damage. The arrow is sticking out from where exactly? I don't know. The arm, the shoulder, someplace where it hurts?
Yeah, I think shoulder sounds like 6 points.
Yeah, that sounds like 6 points. Aldonil will shoot the next cultist far away. They have longbows, these elves do. Oh, we have another crit on your side, don't we? Look at that. Double weapon damage. I think the cultist wants to evade that because it's okay, no. That's still damage. Oof! Deep in the stomach, but not so deep that the cultist is actually dead. Yeah, this cultist has evaded, can't move. Can move, could not dash. One. There, that's as far as we get.
Dashing through the snow with an arrow through the stomach.
Yes! There we go. That's the holiday spirit that we love so much. I think we're gonna actually bum rush here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. We're trying to get there. This is gonna be a very short fight, isn't it? Evaded and runs. Umvar, what do you want to do?
I'll let this one keep coming so Sir Quinlan can get at least one. And I will put a shot into this near death one furthest away.
Very well. Arrow away. Thump. That's a hit. Roll damage. Ugh. 7 points. Dead. In the what?
Right through where the belt buckle would be.
Oh, belly button. That's just rough, isn't it? Okay. New turn. New turn and new initiatives. And look at Ophelia, who draws so much better than last time. Alright, she is gonna just intercept this guy before Aethuin gets into trouble. And smash with the Morning Star. Oh no! Oh! As well as it went last time, as poorly does it go this time with a demon roll. Your feet drops to your weapon. Your weapon drops to your feet. Am I drunk yet?
Well,
No.
the first one would have been a far more catastrophic incident.
Okay, so that didn't happen at all for her today. Oh no. We still have plenty of elves here who can shoot bows. I guess we'll just shoot a bow at this fella. Are you absolutely kidding me? 2 20s in a row.
It balances out. First the criticals and now the other.
Oh my god.
We roll a third, we've actually summoned the demon.
No arrow flies from Aldonil's string this turn because you can hear a crack in the bow or the snap of a string or something like that. Sir Quinlan is waddling forth, I'm sure.
Yes, finally, it's within
full-
reach.
He's full movement to get to the cultist who's badly injured, and then we're gonna use what? The mastercrafted short sword or
Sword, the long sword.
oh, the broadsword. Okay, here we go.
Broadsword, yeah.
Bam!
Have at thee, villain.
Have at thee.
Oh wait, I have to.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You failed. Finally a chance to hit something, and you failed.
I'm sure he's very scared though.
Very much. Yes, clearly. Okay then. Aethuin, you can shoot something.
I'm gonna shoot this one here. Oof. We're gonna go with angry.
Yeah, I can see that. That's a hit. But this person has not yet evaded, has he? Because we had 2 very catastrophic rolls there, so the evade action is still available. And it succeeds!
Oof.
No damage to this person this turn. That is very disappointing, isn't it?
It is.
Omvar, you have the chance to put an arrow into someone who's actually evaded already this turn.
Which I shall do. How do I actually target? Did you already put the target on? But how do I do it? Is it like pull the cursor over and press T to...
No, you can do click drag, I guess, but you can go to token controls on the top left corner, and under the token select, you have a select target.
Oh, right, right.
It really isn't coded. You're not going to do... The hit points are not going to be transferred to the person in this system because that hasn't been done in the system. But yeah, now you can go select your token by going back to select tokens and clicking on your own token. And then you go to your weapons and you click your short bow and you shoot. I should add a sweet animation to that. So we get... No, now you selected yourself as a target. There you go. You have to go back up to the select token, go on token controls and select token and then click your own token. And now you can shoot. That's another miss. This cultist has been attacked by 4 times now, and everything is just... much like Grody last session. Do you want to...
He must be blessed by the 3 tongues of his demonic master.
Clearly.
We'll
Do you want to push that?
it.
Or okay, we're pushing it. You're scared of them, and it still fails. Alright. This cultist has unfortunately already used the evade action. But this cultist is completely unharmed and able to attack Aethuin. Let's see now. Her guardian ability here. No, she's defensive. She's not a guardian. You are the guardian. Okay. Sir Quinlan is too far away to help you. If you were close to Aethuin, you would be able to use your guardian ability to stop the attack, to defend Aethuin, Sir Quinlan. But you're too far away. Go figure.
It would take him several minutes to waddle over in his with his speed.
Yes, it would. It's just gonna be a simple stab here against Aethuin with a dagger, and it fails. You're absolutely fine. Just, she's screaming at you. Die, heretics! Souls for Sathmog! Alright, I guess we're gonna try to stab Sir Quinlan, because you failed, so we can stab back.
Oh dear.
Yeah. We're gonna try to find a weak spot here. And fail miserably, so no weak spots detected. Clank against the armor. Where is it? Where is it? Where is the weak spot? Never gets close enough.
There is no weak spot.
There is only Zool. No, wait. Okay. A 5th attack. It's not going to be against that cultist. It's going to be against the one who is attacking the elf in the group. Apparently, the elves are protective of the other elves. And it hits. And it does a lot of damage. 9 points. He staggers as a very thick wooden shaft goes right through his body. But doesn't kill him just yet. Alright. Ophelia should have kept the initiative from the last turn. But it doesn't matter because you got a 1 again. Now she can spend an action on picking up her weapon. Yay. And a cultist can attack Sir Quinlan. Trying to find that weak spot. Ah! Yeah, that didn't work at all, did it? That is, in fact, a mishap. Oh my god! That does a d8 points of damage on this cultist. Okay then, I will not be taken alive! He actually doesn't kill himself, but he does cut himself in the throat, and there is blood coming out, and he's near death. That's the only way I can explain this. I will not be taken alive! Sathmog, my savior! Okay.
Do they knock on people's doors as well to promote Sathmog, their savior? Or
have you considered Sathmog, our lord and savior? Okay, this is gonna make the cultist at least evade. What? Okay then. Cultist get hit by an arrow. Cultist takes 8 points of damage. This is going great for Cultist.
Does demon failing an evade make it any worse?
It doesn't really. But Cultist is hit in the face by an elven longbow arrow. Oh wait, wasn't it? Who was the one who got the... Oh, I think that was the other elf. Who got the bane on all the arrow shots. I'm gonna say it's Orifin. Aethuin, you can shoot someone. An unharmed cultist is right there. That's a hit. Unless... Aha! Yet again, the cultist evades your attack. Orifin will try to shoot with the bow with the bane because of the problem of the broken weapon. But it hits, and it goes against the same cultist. So this time, the cultist can't evade. Damage. No, that's not... Oh, sorry. That was the wrong damage roll. Why did I push your damage roll? 7 points. All right. I think we're going to be fine, you guys. That's what I think. Ish. Ugh. The cultist has taken a very big arrow in the arm. And Sir Quinlan, you know what? Your opponent is not dead yet.
might be best to take him alive, though.
Oh. Are you gonna try to topple them or something?
That's the thing I can do here, right? I assume it just means you hit him with the flat of the blade.
Yeah, so...
So now I can just select it.
Topple? Disarm? What are we doing?
If he topples, he's knocked out, I assume, or?
Nope, no, he's just on the ground.
I should probably just disarm him and then heal.
Yep, disarm could work, yeah.
Yeah.
A disarming action. Disarm. 48, 84. There we go. Disarm.
It's a better work because if he runs, you can't catch him.
Yeah, but we have more than just me here.
Disarm.
Besides,
Okay.
he's badly injured. He wouldn't get far, I assume.
Disarm. You try to disarm your opponent instead of inflicting damage. Opposed roll. The attack counts as an action, but not for... So the opposed roll does not count as an action for the opponent. It cannot be dodged or parried. If the enemy is holding the weapon with both hands, you get a Bane. They're not. If you succeed, the weapon lands a d6 meters away in the direction of your choice. Yes, Cultist will not try to let you get away with this. And roll not an evade check, but a knives check. Fails! So, yeah, you have in fact disarmed your opponent. I'm gonna put a weakened state here to remind us of that. And yeah, the knife flies away as you just bang it right on the blade. I don't think you're gonna move though, are you? Or are you?
Maybe interpose myself here.
Alright, to make sure he can't run away?
Yeah.
They can't run away? I don't know the genders of these people. They're screaming at you.
Cultists.
They have long hairs and are maniac-y. Who knows? Umvar! Are we gonna shoot someone? There's one guy here who is badly injured, and then there's this one near death, who just lost the dagger. And I think this one has spent their evade, haven't they? Yeah, they have.
Yeah, I will hit the one I was aiming at before.
Yep, go ahead. Oh, that was almost a 20, but it wasn't a 20. Ugh! Roll damage. 5 points. Okay, how do they die?
From the angle I was shooting, yeah, probably just like through one lung and out the side of the ribs.
That works. And back down in the snow. Alright, we have one cultist left who is screaming, Sathmog, Sathmog, our liberator. Give us power.
Very liberated.
Umvar, you're actually first with initiative this time. Do you want to shoot or do you want to scoot? Are we trying to capture this person?
I guess if we're trying to capture him, I will...
It's an opposed brawling attack. I don't know that you're very good at that sort of thing.
I'm so unfamiliar with this, I'm not even sure where brawl is.
It's on your weapons and weapon skills. It's not on your main tab. Because you don't have any rating in it. It's not one of your trained skills.
Oh yeah, I see it. Can I get up to him in one turn and still be able to...
14 meters, so that's 7 squares. So...
Should just be able to do it.
4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Okay, here you come, running. Ah, I don't know why you happened to get there, but here you are. Okay, so you get right up to the disarmed cultist. And now what do you want to do?
Oh, wait a minute. I've got a stave, and I'm good with staves. Could I do something to restrain him with that?
Absolutely. You can use your staff to topple the person, for example. Just knock the legs out from under him. Try to topple. This is handled. If your weapon has the toppling feature, you get a boon. And I do believe that your weapon does have the toppling feature because it's a staff, right? Yep. So you get a boon on toppling. The enemies evade. Okay, they get a chance to evade without taking an action. What? You just sweep those legs out. Just smack. I'm gonna roll an evade check anyway, but it would have to be... No, it's not gonna be good enough against that. Whoop! Yeah.
Boundary's lagging. So I saw the up arrow appear next to stave. So before I saw the result, I knew that had either gone very well or very badly.
Yeah, you've toppled them, and now they're lying down and in the snow, filled with snow in the face, basically. And of course, you get a boon on attacking people lying down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ophelia's just gonna kill him if nobody tells her not to. You can't tell her a few words to not kill him. But otherwise, she's gonna smack him with a boon on the Morning Star.
Find him instead.
Grumble. Okay, then.
Can always beat him later if he doesn't tell us anything useful.
Okay, that's a grappling attack. Okay, they will try to brawl their way out of this, which in this case is not going to be very good for them. Yep, okay. Grappled! I declare the combat over as Ophelia throws herself on the enemy and grapples the frothing Sathmog cultist. Alright, what do we do with this person now? In this glen.
Tie him up. Tie him up.
Anybody have a rope? I think you have
I think
a
I
rope.
do, actually.
Yeah, you do. Okay. Oh, you evil... Yeah, this Sathmog priest is staring at Sir Quinlan. A knight of Eladine, are you? You will all die at the hands of the three-tongued master.
Yeah, where's your master now, huh, you miserable cur?
The master will come, I tell you, the master will come.
Before or after you've told us what we need to know and dumped you in the snow?
I'll never speak.
You're talking right now.
I'm telling you nothing.
That's already something.
I guess.
Yeah, it's already lying to himself.
Right. Yeah, so what do you want to squeeze out of this person? Ask some questions.
Make sure we set him on his knees with a good view of the corpses of his comrades.
They have already joined Sathmog, my master. Not one of you got hurt in this fight, did you?
No.
No. It was a decidedly one-sided fight. And that was including 2 critical mishaps from on your side. Yeah.
So I guess what else could we ask him? We could ask him if he's probably proud of the cult. We can probably get him talking about the might of the cult pretty easily and get a sense of the strength and what they're up to. And we could also ask him if he's seen, was it a Knight of Eladine?
Ah, those filthy knights, defilers of the world, trying to strangle it and deny it to our master. Yeah, Ophelia's just staring at him coldly. There is no expression from her at all. We are Legio! The world shall tremble before us when we rise, when we emerge from the shadows. Nothing can stand in our way.
Oh, do we know the name of any other demon but this one that he worships?
Not off the top of your heads, no.
He seems pretty confident despite his condition.
Yep.
Let's see. We can just keep you alive indefinitely in captivity, and that way you will never join your lord or brethren.
Snarls.
Or just ship you away from here and throw you in a cell somewhere for a century or so.
Do your worst.
Or you tell us what we need to know, and you can join your brethren in the glory of your lord and such.
I will never betray my brethren. We are blessed by the strength of the demon lord.
How does one get blessed?
Join us! Join us and you can gain that strength too.
How does one join you?
Oh, is this a trick?
Is it a trick?
Why don't you roll a persuade check? OMG. You know what? Alphelia will... This is so convincing that Alphelia will step up and direct the Morning Star against you. Don't you dare. I will fight you right here.
Let him speak, and then he's yours.
I know someone who could let you join. Yes. We have a group. They went to Fort Malice. Yes. They can tell you everything.
Is there like a key phrase I should use to identify myself as one of the cause?
You don't have the mark. And he's going to show you the mark on his forearm, tattooed. I think I've shown you that before, haven't I? I believe I did. Oh yeah, it's the same tattoo as you've seen on Weatherman. The man who gave you the map and the statue piece that you now have.
So we actually know someone already who has this marking.
Weatherman is dead.
New.
Yeah. On the third hand, Weatherman was the one who told you to link up with Leonara in the outskirts village.
Yeah, probably a good thing we hung on to that bit of the statue.
Might be.
We'll have to think of a way to fake this mark.
Sacrilege, says Alphelia. I will never wear that mark. Can we deal with him now? Do we know what we need to?
I'd say we got a location out of him. But are you sure that killing him is a good idea if it just brings him closer to his master?
Either he will be close to his master by escaping his bonds and returning to the cult, or he will die. If we give him to the villagers, they will execute him as is right and proper. I don't see any other way. What are you?
Isn't there a way we can bless him in the name of Fadun to make sure he is not
bless him in the
so
name
honored?
In the name of Eladine?
Yes.
Could never do that to a Sathmog cultist.
But it would actually punish him more severely than simply killing him.
I see what you're going for, she says. And I like your thinking, but I don't know that we have a practical way of doing that.
That's also a good point. We can hardly haul him through the weather with no plan.
These two elves are squatting nearby, and demon cultists are obviously evil, they say. But why would a Knight of Eladine kidnap one of us if they are fighting demon worshippers? They're very confused.
I am confused by that. Then again, knights can make mistakes.
Alphelia will glance at you yet again. Knights of Eladine do not make mistakes, I don't think. They're pure of heart.
They would simply believe that they are acting for the good of all. I'm not saying they do anything malicious intentionally.
But they are acting for the good of all, aren't they?
But what if there are things they don't know, or then you can act with the knowledge that you are doing it for the good of all without actually doing it for the good of all.
Maybe they thought the elf was a Sathmog worshipper. This is possible. I'll choose to believe that, she says. Maybe we should check their arms. And she's looking at the elves. The elves just roll up their sleeves and just show that they don't have the tattoo. Satisfied? She nods.
It seems like an easy way to check. Unless they don't all have those.
I suppose Alphelia will say, you and I are knights and we can mete out justice, can't we? You, Sathmog worshipper, are found guilty of heresy and being in league with demons. The punishment is death. Do you want to do it or should I? She says and looks at you, Sir Quinlan.
The honor is yours.
She raises that warhammer and down it comes. It's the Morning Star, I should say, and down it comes. And 5 dead cultists are now in this glen.
5 reasons to feel less miserable.
Exactly. I feel like she's quite pleased with this.
Now, do they have any money on them?
Not really, no. They're daggers.
Is that the reason they're cultists? They're poor?
It could very well be, yeah. It could be.
That Sathmog promised them to triple their purses the same way it has 3 tongues.
Yeah, very possibly, very possibly. All right. Oh, have we eaten for this day? Fighting makes you hungry, doesn't it?
It does.
It truly does.
Especially when there's no goblin steak.
Goblin steak again with a goblin steak. All right, 4 rations then. Let's see now. Grody has in his inventory no rations at all. Ethan, do you have any rations in your inventory?
I have 3 rations.
3. All right, let's remove 3 of those 3 rations and look how much easier it is to move. And Sir Quinlan has 1 ration. There we go. You have eaten for today. Good
Nom,
job,
nom,
you
nom.
guys. Nom nom nom, exactly. We're gonna continue, and we don't even have to roll bushcraft because we're still tracking the person, aren't we? How long could you track with that? Hunting instincts? For a full day. Okay, so for this full day. And then you'll have to start. But it seems like these tracks are leading straight toward Fort Malice, doesn't it?
Which is convenient. This was where we were going to start anyway.
There we go. We are back on track, as it were. Did you hear what I just said? Back on track. I'm hilarious. Yes, that's what I want to hear from my players. Lots of laughs.
Very genuine, spontaneous laughter.
Genuine, spontaneous laughter. That's what we want to hear. Well done. We keep moving through this forest. But you don't have to roll for your warmth anymore. Because you've already rolled for that. And about halfway through the afternoon, as you're following this trail, you can see the trail in the snow too, because the hooves are leaving marks. I would like everybody to roll an awareness check with a Bane, please.
I have 2 Banes if I do that, so because I was already angry. So
Yep,
this is
that makes sense.
Super Bane.
So far, no one has succeeded. Ah, this is interesting. Alphelia has awareness very low. And does not succeed. Grody, the Mudman, has a ton of awareness.
But he's a duck, not a man.
Yes, clearly. Okay, did anyone succeed? Oh, that's interesting, isn't it?
I managed to fail with a demon.
You managed to fail with a demon. You walk into a tree. Dunk. Ow!
Poor tree.
Well then. Isn't that interesting? Let's see. I don't have a snowy forest. Not really. Okay. maybe I can... We'll pretend it's not so. We'll pretend it's very snowy, let's say. Even if the map isn't actually very snowy.
Use imagination in a game like this.
I make horrible demands on my poor players. Why not? Alright, so... we have our friends here. In the darkness. We're walking along a trail. Who's taking point? For absolutely no reason. Umbar, obviously, because he's sniffing out the trail, isn't he? Someone is leading Luro. Who's leading Luro? Grody is leading Luro. Sir Quinlan. And then we have a couple of elves who are coming with us. Orifin. And our other friend Aldenil. But, as it turns out, you have been surprised. Out of the forest storms a horrid creature. And where is it coming from? I'm gonna roll a d8 to decide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's coming from for Luro, which actually makes sense.
No.
The horror from the forest. A monster, my friends, a monster. The first monster you've ever met. And you don't get to use your initiatives just yet because this thing is ferocious and actually gets to do 2 initiatives.
Huh.
Oh, oops, sorry.
Oh dear.
That was absolutely not my intention. Let me remove all those and restart that. There. I'm gonna use like 1 token here, which I'm just gonna hide as the second initiative for it. It's going to have 2 initiatives, and those 2 initiatives are gonna be 1 and 2. Wait, we wanna reset the initiative deck, obviously, and update this one with a 1 and update with a 2, and then the rest of you can draw 1. Out of the wilderness of the foliage, this horrid beast that is not entirely lion, not entirely, yeah, with a huge, ferocious club for a... Where did Luro go? Where's Luro? We need Luro, because we're gonna have a...
Did he get eaten already? Oh,
Probably
that
not.
was fast.
Yeah, I'm gonna put down Luro there. Poor Luro. Whatever happens to Luro, I have a feeling this might be the last we might see of this thing. The Manticore charges out of the woods. It's fast. It moves as a 16. And in this game, monsters, when they attack, they have something called monster attacks. So I have no idea what exact attack is going to do to Luro. We'll find out right now when it attacks. A sweeping attack. It sweeps its tail at 2 opponents. Both victims suffer 2d6 slashing damage and are knocked down. It's going to be Grody and Luro. Because obviously it attacks the donkey, because the donkey is meat.
Grody is also meat.
Yes, Grody is also meat. This is absolutely fair. So let's see. 2d6 wow, I rolled terribly. 2 points. But they are both knocked down. So... Ow. the donkey just falls over with a yee-ha, yee-ha, not Luro. But it will attack again, because it can. Rah! Snarl. And it aims a ranged attack with its tail spikes at a player character within 20 meters. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people, 8 people, including the donkey. Let's see. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's Grody! It's Grody again! Grody takes 11 points. Actually, he only took 1 point because he had leather, and now it's gonna be 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Grody shouts in pain. Ah! And now, Donkey can do something. Donkey stands up and runs away. Everybody's very surprised.
I thought he would charge the Manticore bravely.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, just into the forest somewhere. Just runs. Aldonil will back up, very surprisingly, because Manticore big and scary. And then shoot. With the longbow. And unfortunately, I believe that's a fail. Yep. Grody will stand up. And probably... No! Where he's gonna give in to his weakness. His weakness is Monster Slayer. All monsters must die. So he's gonna charge this thing. Because obviously. And he's gonna charge it with his short sword. Ah! Die, foul beast! This way he gets an extra check mark at the end of the session. He fails, but oh no, he's not gonna fail. Oh no, he's gonna get scared and push it. That's a success. He can roll damage against this horrible beast. 6 points it is. That hits the beast. And it doesn't have enough armor to avoid taking those points. So, ouchies. I guess. The slash, it's a huge animal, or monster, I should say, and this doesn't really affect it that much. Omar, what do you want to do?
Okay, so what's the priority here, do you reckon? Should I go heal Grody?
To heal Grody, you would have to drop your quiver, because your quiver, again, interferes with your magic.
How does that count as an action, dropping the quiver, or is that free?
I believe that's free, but it's going to count as an action to pick it up again, at the very least. Let's have a look here. Actions. A use item. Pick up item. No, drop is actually free.
Yeah, I will drop it and come up and heal Grody.
Very well. For now, your quiver is on the ground. We'll just remember that. And why don't we roll a healing spell? What do you want to do here? Do we want to do heal wound or treat wound?
How many is he down?
He is badly down. He's down 11 points out of his 15.
So I guess the more powerful one is
That would be heal wound, yeah. Omvar rushes up, puts his hand on the mallard, and do we see anything? Is there a shining light, or is it just the wound just closes unnaturally?
Do I get any kind of boons because of like the first aid stuff I've got, or is
Nope.
this just
It's magic.
the magic?
Yep.
I guess on grips around the wound really hard, and the wound just seems to close. It's a very physical looking thing, like he just squeezed it shut.
Ah, okay. Roll for healing. Oh no. As you reach out to the animistic forces of the world, nature spirits and other such helpers, and maybe the inner just power of life itself, you fail. Are you going to push that or not?
Yeah, I'll put some of my own energy into it.
Very well. That works. Roll healing. How much healing does he get? 9 points. Oh, look at that. The wound just closes up on its own, seemingly. Ah.
And do I have movement left?
You do, yes.
I'll move back to where my quiver is.
Very well. There you go. Okay. I guess that's the turn. Aethuin,
All right.
the monster is before you.
Success.
That is a success.
Oof. Not a lot of damage.
That
Or any
was
damage.
sad. But it was damage. And I think that it just balances off, leaving a little bit of a scratch on this large monster. It's like a horse in size. Growls and snarls at all of you.
I think I'll move just a little bit over here.
Very well. Sir Quinlan, you can actually get up to this thing.
Yes, it brought itself onto my blade.
Yeah. To fight for justice.
Yes, let's cut it to pieces.
Let's go.
This creature is edible, yes? More so than a goblin.
I don't think it's a monster. Yeah.
Yes.
Roll your attack roll. Your obsession with eating everything you fight. You're a
I'm
knight,
just saying, we've
not a
burned
hunter.
through these rations.
Roll the damage. Splat! Oh, there we go. That's a good strike, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. 13 points. It's screaming at you in pain, but it is.
Oh,
in
dinner
fact,
for
in
you,
pain.
monster.
Okay, Orifin will move out here, much like so many others, and attack with the Bane on the longbow, because the longbow is broken, and we know this. It's sad, really. Okay, that's terrible. That's another mishap. Or does it, in fact, mean that his quiver is empty? Nope! He manages to hit his own hand somehow. D12 worth of damage. Luckily, it wasn't too bad. Ah!
If you use a bow and if your left hand doesn't have a glove on it, when you let the arrow go, you can leave fletchings, the feathers in the back of the arrow, stuck in your hand.
Yeah, that's probably what he just did. Alphelia comes to the rescue with her powerful Morning Star. Oh, there we go. It was a double weapon damage. Smack. $20 points. How much do we love Alphelia right now? I'm just asking for a friend. The friend is Alphelia. Bam! The Manticore staggers back. It's been hit in the head. It's woozy. It's snarling, but it's not over yet, is it? Because we have a new turn coming, and Alphelia does not want to keep that initiative. Luckily for you, the Manticore is not acting first. Longbow from Aldonil, and it hits. Look at that. 2 critical hits in a row. Thump. 18 points of damage right in the head. And the monster falls. It is dead. You killed a monster, you guys. That could have gone terribly with some worse rolls on your parts, but those 2 critical hits came in very handy, didn't they?
I will pick up my quiver. But also one other thing about is the Manticore just an animal basically? It doesn't count as a demon or...
It counts as a monster. Why?
It's just that...
Oh, it doesn't count as a demon for the purpose of purging, no.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking I might have done next.
No, it's not. It's a monster, not a demon. Very well. And I think, actually, that this is the perfect place to pause the story for this time, as our mighty heroes are that much closer to Fort Malice and have discovered things about Sathmog priests that they all carry this, the cultists carry this tattoo, the very tattoo that Weatherman was carrying, suggesting that Weatherman was in fact a cultist of Sathmog. What does that make Leonara in Outskirts Village? Why did he talk about her? She says she's from some kind of society that seeks truth. It's a secret society. Maybe she doesn't know that Weatherman was a cultist. Or maybe she does. We'll find out. And also, maybe we'll find out more about this kidnapped elf and the Knights of Elidine, who are apparently maybe in Fort Malice? Or is it overrun by cultists? We don't know. But before we leave, should we do the XP thing on screen or off screen? I don't know. Up to you.
We can do it on screen.
Yeah.
Very well then. Why don't we? Actually, let's do it off screen. I think it's going to be easier to handle. I don't know that everybody wants to watch us do this. So, for the rest of you all, remember to sacrifice to the algorithm gods. Follow the channel on Twitch.
And Sathmog.
And no, not Seth. You can choose Sathmog or Elidine. Yeah, and type it in the chat, right? Type it in the comments below. Ring the bell. Subscribe to the channel and everything. And is it Elidine or Sathmog? We'll have a poll on the channel and see who worships who. And we'll see you in a week, dear audience. Thank you, and see you then.